Greetings, beloved beings of light. Hope you're having a most beautiful, blessed day. We have some massive energies flowing in through this eclipse corridor. Thank you all for joining us yesterday for that very special lunar eclipse, the blood moon lunar eclipse Dharma transmission on the YouTube premiere. So thank you all for joining us for that and for your amazing, beautiful comments. I have a few things I want to cover today, some updates, a new auction, several things. Today is the day after the eclipse, the total lunar eclipse in Pisces, in the full blood moon of Pisces. So we have that was some intense energies over the last several days, and now we're heading into the solar eclipse and the equinox. So tomorrow we have something very special on Patreon for our Patreon people. Yesterday we streamed free to YouTube, and I recorded again in the Happy Valley where yesterday's transmission was recorded from. I also record a very special meditation for the 999 portal, but this will only be on Patreon. So for our tribe on Patreon, you can join at any level and partake in this. This will be a streamed meditation. They call it a drop on Patreon, so you can join at any tier, or it'll be $22.22. So we'll have the link in the description below if you'd like to join the Eagle and Condor tribe for this very special. It is a 5-element meditation. It is a Taoist meditation that I've taught over many years all over the world to my students, and also in dojos and meditation halls. It'll be the first time that I recorded and stream it online. So that'll be for all of you that are on our Patreon tribe, and then we'll also put it on our YouTube memberships after the stream yesterday. So that'll be at 4 p.m. PST time. Again, the link's in the description below. Click on that link and sign up, either Patreon, any tier that you can afford, $5, $10, $20, whatever you can afford a month. That'll help us out, be able to continue doing our daily transmissions. And again, we have a very special crystal here for all of you, another auction. It's part of our monthly fundraising auctions. Again, YouTube is continuing to totally suppress our information. We're getting very poor views lately, very low views, and lowering monetization. The monetization, we get per view. So the lower the views, the less we get paid. So to make ends meet, we're doing some special things on Patreon. We're doing the auctions, and we have some other good things coming. So, I want to keep these daily transmissions that most of you that come to this channel enjoy. I want to keep them on YouTube and keep them free. But if YouTube keeps up to their nefarious ways, I'm going to have to change some things. I'm going to keep them free as long as I can, but I might have to switch over some of them to Patreon just to, get people. You see, my thought process is, maybe if I start posting more, even free or paid, to Patreon, that more people will pledge there. So if things don't turn around the next month or two, I'm going to make some changes. I'll let you all know. I'm going to put out a video. The first thing I may do is just shut down YouTube memberships. It appears they're keeping most of the pledges and donations that people do through YouTube. And the only reason we created the YouTube memberships is because some people are having trouble paying through Patreon, and also YouTube claimed that they would help us, build our memberships, and to them their form of help is popping up a little thing once a month on people that subscribe to join our memberships. And then, we figured that maybe they'll send more traffic to help us. That's the only way we're going to get more members and more people to Patreon too. So through the heavy suppression, I might have to make some changes. So we'll let you all know. I'm not going to make any changes right now, but starting in October, if things don't turn around, if YouTube keeps up with their nefarious ways, I'm going to have to make some changes. So I'll let you know as I do them. And I'm going to keep the daily transmissions for free as long as I can, so as long as I can pay my bills, they'll be free. But if YouTube keeps up their ways, I might have to change that too. So we'll see. But the next thing, we have a very special crystal here. This is calcite. This will be our next auction here on eBay. We'll start it at $1. Now this is I'll explain the calcite energy. This has been used in multiple healing ceremonies. Calcite, this is like a golden yellow, a honey golden color, or like orange. It's also encoded with the eagle and condor Reiki chi energy. This is divine union energy, Heros Gamos energy. So you just feel into the energy of this crystal and see, this golden hue. It's gold Buddha energy, golden consciousness, the Christos Sophia consciousness into this crystal. And it's spent many hours on our altar and in ceremony and that. So we'll put that in the link also below. So calcite is the crystal of clarity and amplification. I took some notes here because I knew we have a very busy day and a lot of intense energy. It's our son's 15th birthday today. He's Virgo. It's the 8th today. Can't keep track of time and these energies. Everything's moving so quick now and my brain's frazzled here. We've been doing a lot. I've been working 24/7 for all of you and doing these daily transmissions, these other teachings and whatnot. So we're very grateful for all of you that keep contributing and supporting us financially and helping. It'll help us out greatly if you please, every video we put out, share them through social media and your networks to help us continue to keep this YouTube channel alive. I don't want to make changes, but sometimes the universe kind of forces you into it. So it's our son's 15th birthday today, so we have family coming over here in a little bit. My sacred condor is getting ready. Our son, 15, he just started high school. He started public school and all. Talked mama into it. He's been homeschooled his whole life, so it's been very interesting, very hectic, stressful, all these things. So it's very intense, and these eclipse energies aren't helping very much. And this blood moon and the Virgo season, the time of the harvest. So you all know, this energy of go, get it done, get prepared for the winter. Let's organize, let's clean, let's do these things. So, it's been pretty wild. These changes are happening quickly and we're trying to move, over the last week. I was very close to getting a little piece of land and a manufactured home, and the last minute, boom, it fell apart because of the IRS and some things, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But, it's all adding to the stress of the, this great shift. So we're navigating through these energies, doing our inner work, our energetic work, our breath work, everything we can do, going out to nature, helps us get through these times. So we appreciate you all. You know who you are, light workers that come through for us every month. And for all of you that sent extra last month, our light workers sent extra money to help us make ends meet. We're very, very grateful. You know who you are. So thank you all very much. It's very kind of you. We appreciate it. We couldn't be doing this work without your pledges and donations. So thank you all very much. Another thing, for our XRP and crypto people, XRP has been volatile. It's up today. It's going up $2.98. It's going to keep, once this Clarity Act and all these things go through, XRP is going to take off. It's going to moon and be very valuable here very soon. We don't know the timeline. So, it's been going up and down and back up to $2.98. But I signed up this week I plan on recording several videos. One of them will be how to get started in crypto. This will be for our people on Patreon, our XRP people, or people that just want to get started. A lot of people have been sending me questions. What do I do? What's my first step? So I want to do a simple video on how to get started, and also my team's top 5 cryptocurrencies that we invest in, and that over the last few years. And also, I want to let you know I signed up one of the exchanges, like Coinbase. I generally recommend. We're also work with Gemini. Gemini is one of the biggest, and they just teamed up with MasterCard. So I became an affiliate. I'll put that link below. And for every purchase, if you use a credit card, whatnot, you get a percentage back in XRP. When you sign up, you have to select XRP. They give you several selections, but XRP is our top crypto. And then if you sign up with my link below, you'll get $50 free. You'll get 50, I'll get 50 in XRP, and if you'll see when you click on the link, it shows you get like 4% back on, I think, like gas, food, 2% on other things, 1% on everything. So then they also have a thing, and then first 3 months of getting the MasterCard, if you spend $3,000, you get $200 of XRP. So what I'm going to do, I already pay my rent through debit, which is $1,700 a month. And that, again, they're going up in a couple months, a couple $100 to like $1,900 a month, which is insane. We're living in insane times during this massive housing crisis. So I want to do a video this week, potentially, if I have the time, on this housing emergency crisis and what's going on, this bubble getting ready to implode into its own footprint, a crazy time. So again, what I'm going to do is pay my rent the next 2 months, and then I'll get $200. It's basically free money. So whatever, if you're already, spending the money, why not get it, free crypto in the process. So tomorrow, again, the 999 portal, we have that link for XRP. Took some notes here, some other good things coming. So another thing here, over about a week ago, week and a half ago, I totally blew my back out, lifting something heavy, and I turned the wrong way. I totally blew it out. I have some compressed discs in my back from a major car accident I got into about 10 years ago, hitting a tree head on, doing about 40 miles an hour. My brakes went out, my van. Some of you know that story, but I got hit in the back with 2,000 pounds of computer equipment. I had an IT business in Cleveland 18 years until I left during the scamdemic and moved out here to the Pacific Northwest, and closed down the business and moved here, when they shut down the world due to that scam that, destroyed millions of small businesses, for some nonsense thing, So, we made great changes, but since then, after that, I had some major back problems, and I rehabbed it myself. And with the Sifu I was trained with at the time, we're doing Chinese medicine. So I'm trained in acupuncture, Chinese medicine, but it's very difficult to give yourself acupuncture in the back, but I still, I can perform, get a lot of points on the body. But I'm hopefully we'll be able to put out a video. I'm doing a lot better. About a week ago, my sacred condor and I were at Home Depot. We've been, those of our beautiful puppy, Silver, we're, getting him ready, and he's doing the, shots for the parvo or whatever. And so we've been getting sod, and we went to get the sod, and the nerve, my sciatica nerve, was my spine compressed. I was paralyzed. My sacred condor thought I was going to hit the ground. I couldn't even move. That nerve got pinched in there, and I couldn't even move my legs. That was a week ago, and I've been rehabbing my back every day through yoga. I have a stretching program, different chiropractic moves, also supplementation. So if you all want me to, leave a comment below if you want me to put a video on that, how to rehab back injuries. I've had to do it multiple times. I've had multiple, since I was a child, back injuries that I rehabilitated myself, and I've helped many people. I've done healings on many people, through body work and Chinese medicine and myofascial release. I'm trained in many forms of healing: shiatsu, acupuncture, acupressure, deep tissue, craniosacral, all these things. And I'm doing a lot better. I'm pretty well healed up. I still have a little ways to go. It's still, the nerve is kind of, sometimes when I move the wrong way, it incapacitated for a minute. But I also purchased an inversion table. I had one back in Cleveland. I didn't bring it with me due to limitation of space. And seeing what time we're at here, I only have a few more minutes, but I bought an inversion table because the inversion table helps you decompress. The compression. Also, I'm at the computer 12 to 15 hours a day doing my work. So just sitting compresses the spine a little bit, and I already have a compromised some of the muscle tissue. I have some scar tissue and stuff in there that I, throughout the day, every morning I do my routine of stretching, yoga, body weight exercises, some qigong, all these things, and then at night before going to bed. So I plan on very soon, hopefully this week, if I have the time, to teach this what I do for back injuries, and show you the inversion table we have in our living room right now. We're very limited on space in this apartment, so hopefully the house thing might still be able to go through. Prayers for us to get a little piece of property. We're trying to lease some land and trying to get a manufactured home for it for right now with this huge, insane inflationary bubble. Houses here in Pacific Northwest start at 400 to 500,000. So I found a manufactured home for about 140,000. So that's about all I can afford right now. But that's about what my rent is, the mortgage payments on that. So prayers, to help us, get our home, get out of this apartment. Last 5 years, I've paid my landlord over $100,000, for this little apartment. That would be a very nice down payment on a decent home around here, but whatnot, this is all part of life and some of the trials and tribulations, so we'll see what happens over the next couple months. Hopefully our divine dispensations coming very soon, so we all can be free from this Babylonian debt slavery system. So another thing, which I might be doing to help, financially, my Sacred Condor and I are going to work on an Etsy page, selling crystals, some other healing stuff, and I'll keep doing the auctions and, promoting on our Patreon page. But yesterday, my Sacred Condor and I went on a mission, and we met a very kind man, Apache medicine man yesterday that I might start collaborating with, and he's an herbalist and makes his own special herbs. He has a very special one for inflammation, so I'm going to try that from him and see how it goes. So I may, start selling his special herbal medicinal medicines through Etsy, my website, primedisclosure.com. So I'll let you know more about that. I'm in communications with him. He's of the Apache Nation, so very beautiful. It's very, very synchronic meeting yesterday. My Sacred Condor met him. I was on another mission and then I met back up, and this gentleman was there where she was doing some work, and we really hit it off. So I'm going to try and get in contact, stay in contact and see if we can collaborate on some projects and maybe do some ceremony or whatnot, in the future here. Goddess willing, with all these crazy energies and accelerations. I'm doing the best I can. And my main focus every day is to get that daily transmission out to all of you, of what's going on with this great awakening, and help awaken as many of our people from this matrix that I can in this time of this great shift of the ages. So again, the links are below if you want to, sign up to get the free XRP. You don't even have to use a credit card. You'll get $50 free just signing up in our link. And then also to the auction of this beautiful calcite. So calcite I have here, the crystal of clarity and amplification, a powerful and versatile stone of light, clarity, and energetic amplification, known as the stone of the mind. It clears stagnant energy, dissolves mental fog, and opens the pathways of higher perception. Just as its crystalline structure refracts and multiplies light, calcite magnifies spiritual insight, creative flow, and personal growth. So this appears to me like there's different color calcites. There's green, clear, blue. This one looks like the honey or golden to me. So that each one has different properties, but they all hold these key properties. So the orange calcite, joy, creativity, it ignites joy, creativity, and sexual vitality. The honey golden awakens personal power, courage, and divine will. It's also a powerful cleanser of the physical and energetic body. You can run this around your energy, your physical body, your light body. Dissolves fear and restores the flow where there has been stagnation. So any stagnant chi, you can hold this on your meridians. You can run these up your meridians. These are the ley lines in your bodies. These are channels where the energy, we say chi in Chinese medicine, the chi flows through different meridians, and there's different channels and meridians for the different organs of your body. It's often called a master healer for its ability to amplify the energy of other stones and harmonize the chakras. So you can add this with other stones. There's a clear quartz crystal. This is my thunderstruck, lightning struck. Yesterday in the equinox, it created a new code within here. I was in some water using this crystal in ceremony, and a new elemental formed in there. You probably can't see it because the video is not very good, but it's right in here. It's like a dark portal in here that just formed yesterday, as I was using it. That happens a lot of times when you work with crystals. So holding the calcite feels like holding crystallized sunlight. That's what's so beautiful about these. Everything's actually crystallized sunlight, but you really feel it when you hold this one, because everything is light, everything's sound, frequency, everything is resonance, vibration. But the vibration and resonance of this crystal, it's a reminder of the radiant clarity already within you. So these are just tools, tools we use for our healing and for our spiritual practice, our meditations. We put them on our altars to help magnify the sacred space. We create sacred space with these elementals and crystals of Mother Gaia. So again, that link will be below. It's on eBay for 3 days, starting at $1. So thank you all again for joining us in this great mission and liberation. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate you all. Have a most beautiful, blessed 999 portal. That'll be tomorrow. If you're watching this on the 8th, if you watch it tomorrow, it'll be today. So it's going to be one of the most powerful, it's the 9th, the 9 of completion, endings, rebirth, the resurrection, all these things of our ascension. And from the 999 until the 21st, the 21st, we have the partial solar eclipse on this cusp, the cusp of Virgo going into Libra on the 22nd. The sun fully moves into, stations into Libra. We're entering Libra season through the equinox. The equinox, the cross or the X, X marks the spot. It's the center, the 0 point. So we're navigating through, this chaotic node, in the spiral. The closer you get to source, the more intense, the faster the spiral goes until you hit that 0 point, that still white magnetic light at the center of all things, which is God's source, creator, infinite source, Buddha mind, the still white light, the ascension flame. So thank you again for joining us today. Have a most beautiful, blessed day, a most powerful awakening 999 galactic activation portal. In la ketch a la kin. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. I take refuge in the Buddha of infinite light and infinite life, of the pure land of Amitabha Buddha. Aho.